Hello dear students, so welcome to our next intermediate class. Xo'p, hammaga assalomu alaykum qadrli studentlar va intermediate keyingi darsiga xush kelibsiz deb qolaman. Xo'p, bugungi darsimizda demak biz 11-unitni ko'rib chiqamiz mavzuni va bizda ajoyib reading bo'ladi va vocabulary so'z boyligini ham ko'rib chiqamiz. Agar tayyor bo'lsangiz, demak birgalikda boshladik. So, unit number 11, so helping other people. Xo'p, before I start, I have a question for you. Demak, boshlashdan oldin demak sizlarga bir necha savolim bor. Xo'p, do you help other people? Or how often do you try helping other people? Xo'p, siz demak boshqa odamlarga yordam berishga harakat qilasizmi va qancha, ya'ni orada necha marta yoki qancha ravishda demak yordam berib turasiz? Bilamizki, demak odamlarga yordam berish bu albatta yaxshilik va siz mana shu yaxshiliklardan biri haqida o'rtog'ingiz bilan demak fikr almashishingiz mumkin bo'ladi. For example, even you can talk about your, let's say, the goodness or that you help it to other people, and you can have this conversation with your friend. For example, a few days ago, I helped my friend about his presentation. Xo'p, men bir necha demak kun oldin o'rtog'imga uni demak prezentatsiyasi yuzasidan demak men juda katta yordam berganman va bundan u juda ham demak mamnun. Va sizga ham xuddi shu savolni beraman. When was the last time you helped your friend, or do you help your friend, or do you help others? Okay. Xo'p, demak albatta bu mavzuni demak helping bo'yicha, yordam bo'yicha demak mavzuni o'rtoqlaringiz bilan ulashishingiz mumkin bo'ladi va ulashdan oldin esa albatta demak videoni to'xtatishni unutmang. Xo'p, mana endi agarda ulash bo'lgan bo'lsangiz, biz sizlar bilan bugungi demak unitimizni boshlaymiz. The first one, okay, Mary Seacole, right? So her early life. Right, we're going to talk about this girl, right? So, and let's get started. Mary Seacole was born in Jamaica in 1805. Her father was soldier in the British Army. Her mother owned a hotel. Many soldiers from the British Army stayed there. They were often ill with disease that are found in hot countries. Mary's mother looked after the soldier and she made medicine for them. When she was a young girl, Mary watched her mother and learned from her. When she was older, she helped her mother to look after the people in the hotel. Sometimes she helped in the British Army hospital too. Working as a nurse, married Edwin Seacole, 1836. Over the next 5 years, she had many difficulties. The hotel burned down in 1843 and had to be rebuilt. Her husband died in 1844. And her mother died very soon afterwards. Mary was very sad, but she decided to work hard. The hotel was now hers. She continued to work to nurse sick people, and she became well known. She traveled to Central America and nursed many patients there too. More and more people knew about her work, far away. In 1854, Mary heard about a war away in the south of Russia. British soldiers were fighting Russian soldiers. Many men were dying in battle. They were dying in hospitals because of the germs and disease. Mary wanted to help. The doctors in Jamaica said that Mary Seacole was a good nurse. Mary took into London, but the government would not send her to the war. Mary saw that they didn't like her brown skin. She saw they wanted only English nurses. Helping wounded soldiers. Well, as you can see in this picture, so we have a few soldiers are, the patients and got injured by during the war. All right, Mary traveled to the war on her own. She visited to the hospital of Florence in Nightingale, another famous nurse. The Florence Nightingale didn't want Mary either. Mary traveled closer to the war, but she built her own hotel near the British Army camp. She looked after sick and wounded soldiers. She worked hard until the end of the war in 1856. Mary returned to London, but she had no money. Many important people knew about her work in the war. There were stories about her in the newspaper. People gave her money. She wrote her autobiography, and she recounted all her travels and adventures, and she died in 1881. A heroine at last. The people forgot about her for nearly 100 years, Everyone knew about Florence Nightingale, but Mary Seacole's work was not remembered. Recently, that has changed. Now children learn about her in school. The new buildings and the university are named after her. When she faced difficulties in her life, she tried harder. She traveled across the world to help other people. She had a little money and she wasn't important, but she still helped. Now people think of her as a real heroine. Okay. Now, dear students, so as you can see that this is Mary Seacoles, all right? And well, she helped a lot of people when she was in war. Hop, urush bo'lgan vaqtlarda demak bu ayol demak juda ko'p odamlarga yordam bergan ekan va bu yerdagi readingda asosiy maqsadi demak ayol qahramoni sifatida demak Mary Seacole'ni demak ko'rsatishgan. Mary Seacole yoshligidan demak onasi demak tibbiyotdan xabari bo'lgan va onasi demak ozgincha demak o'rganib kelgan. Va shu bilan bir qatorda uni demak katta bo'lgandan keyin oyisiga demak mehmonxonalarda demak bemorlarga qarashga demak yordam bergan va u bir necha demak yillardan keyin ulg'ayib demak turmushga chiqqan va turmushdan bir necha yil o'tgandan keyin turmush o'rtog'i vafot etgan va xuddi o'sha yerdagi demak kasalxona uni demak zimmasiga qolib ketgan. Va mana ko'rib turibsizki, demak urushda boshlangan va London bilan Rossiyani urushi bo'lgan, jahon o'rtasida urush bo'lgan va Mary Rose demak hamma tanigan o'sha paytda, chunki urushdan ko'plab jarohat olib kelayotgan demak askarlarga kimdir qarash kerak bo'lgan. Va u paytda Amerikada mashhur bo'lgan Nikolni demak u yerga olib borishgan. Lekin Amerikada olib borishgan Nikolni demak Britaniyaliklar yoqtirmagan. Chunki uni demak tanasining rangini ko'rib, demak jigarrang ekanligini yoki qora ekanligini ko'rib, demak undan o'zini olishgan. Va shunga qaramasdan Nikol ortga qaytmagan va u qo'ldan kelgancha askarlarga yordam berib kelgan. Va urush tugaguncha u tinmagan va juda ko'p mehnat qilgan. Qancha askar kelgan bo'lsa, shunchasini demak davolayvergan. Va oxirida u demak o'zini shahriga qaytgan va qaytgan vaqtda uni esa puli bo'lmagan, chunki hamma pulini demak urush davrida demak tugatib bo'lgan edi. Lekin odamlar buni hissasini unutishmagan va bu qilgan yaxshilik demak butun Amerikaga va Britaniyaga tarqalgan. Va shundan keyin esa odamlar demak qahramonligi tufayli demak unga pul berishni boshlagan va u o'zi hayoti haqida va sarguzashtlari va sayohati haqida demak o'zi avtobiografiyaning kitobini demak o'zi yozgan. Va bir necha yillardan keyin esa demak odamlar bu haqida bir necha yuz yil unutishdi, ya'ni Mary Nicoll hech kim demak eslamay qo'ydi va bu narsa esa hozirgi kunda demak juda ham o'zgargan. Hozirgi kunda Amerika va Britaniya demak yosh o'quvchilari demak maktab chog'idanoq demak buni demak o'rganib kelishadi. Ya'ni buni hayoti va ijodi demak maktabning demak dasturiga demak qo'shilgan. Demak qisqacha mazmun bo'ldi va orada demak bir necha xatolar bo'lishi ham mumkin, chunki demak hammasini demak aniq va ravishda gapirib o'tmadim va qisqagina ma'lumotni sizlarga tushuntirib berdim xolos. Xo'p, endi yana bir marta demak umid qilaman, demak sizlar buni yana bir marta o'qib chiqmoqchisizlar. Ya'ni orada so'z borligi demak qaysidir so'zni tushunmagan bo'lishingiz mumkin va shu bilan bir qatorda qaysidir joy sizga qiziq bo'lgan bo'lishi ham mumkin. Xabaringiz borki, demak har bitta reading ya'ni matn orqasida bizda matn bo'yicha albatta demak mashqlar bo'lib o'tadi va buni qilishdan oldin sizlarga demak bir qator mana shu readingni ya'ni matnimizni 2 yoki 3 marta o'qib chiqishni tavsiya qilgan bo'lardim. Nimaga deysizmi? Albatta o'qib chiqmasangiz bizni demak mashqimizda qiynalib qolishingiz mumkin bo'ladi. All right, dear students, so I will give you a few minutes to read the text again and get familiar with unfamiliar vocabularies, and we will start our exercises, which is based on this reading. Xo'p, qadrli studentlar, demak videoni ozgina to'xtating va mana shu readingni matnni yana bir marta ko'rib chiqishingizni xohlayman. Here I am in the first question. Okay. Answer these questions based on the reading. Demak, mana shu savollarga matnni o'qib chiqqan holatda demak javob beramiz. We have from 1 to 8. Bizda 1 dan 8 gacha savol berilgan va men bu savollarga o'zim yolg'iz ya'ni javob bera olmayman va sizlarning yordamingizga suyanib qolaman. The first one, as you can see, the picture is right here. Is Mary Seacole is helping out, the people with special patients. Demak, bemorlarga yordam beryapti. Va keling demak savollarni boshlaymiz. Birinchi savol. Where was Mary Seacole born? Xo'p, Mary Seacole qayerda tug'ilgan? Right. So if you can remember, she was born in Right, dear students, she was born in Jamaica. She was born in Jamaica. Next, what happened in 1843? I'm going to repeat the question one more time. So what happened in 1843? Right, dear students. So in 1843, she married to Edwin Sickle. I'm going to repeat one more time. So in 1843, she married to Edwin Sickle. Right, number 3. When did her husband die? Right, I'm going to repeat the question one more time. So when did her husband die? Javobini bilasiz degan umiddaman va albatta javobi demak 1844-yilda uni turmush o'rtog'i demak vafot etgan. Ya'ni her husband died in 1844. Number 4, where did she travel to after 1844 and nurse patients? Right? If you have read the reading twice, you surely know the answer, and the answer is after 1844 she traveled to Central America and nursed the patients. Next, what did the doctors in Jamaica say about Mary Sickle? Right, so I'm going to repeat the question one more time. What did the doctors in Jamaica say about Mary Sickle? Right, of course, answer you know. The doctors, they said that the Mary was a good nurse. They said that the Mary was a good nurse. Number 6, which hospital did Mary Sickle visit? I'm going to repeat the question once again. So which hospital did Mary Sickle visit? Right, so answer already you know. So the answer is javobini aytib o'taman. Demak, she visited in a hospital. Okay, to'g'ri qaralishdan demak she visited a hospital called Florence Nightingale. Right, Florence Nightingale. Okay. Number 7, what did she write about in her autobiography? What did she write about in her autobiography? Okay, she wrote about her travel in her autobiography. Right, so what did she write about in her autobiography? Well, she wrote about her travel and adventure in her autobiography. Demak javobi u o'zini sarguzashti va sayohat haqida demak gapirgan. 8-si, how do people think of Mary Rose now? Right. How do people think of Mary Rose now? So a lot of people now think that she's a real. A lot of people think as a real heroine. Demak, uni hozirgi kunda odamlar haqiqiy qahramon sifatida demak ko'rishadi. Xo'p, mana endi birinchi mashqimizni demak tugatib oldik va juda ham ajoyib mashq bo'ldi. Endi esa sizlar bilan ikkinchi mashqimizga o'tamiz. Now we can turn into second exercise. Exercise number 2. Think about the answer to this question. Right. So the first one, do you think that Mary Sickle was brave? Why or why not? So there is no certain answer. So you can give your answer based on your own opinion. But before you give, you must read the text again. Xo'p, bu savollarga javobni demak siz o'zingiz xohlagan ravishda va xohlagan fikringizni bildirsangiz bo'ladi, lekin albatta demak tekstni o'qigan bo'lishingiz kerak. Xo'p, do you think Mary Rose was brave? Why or why not? If you think yes, she's a brave, the question is why. If you think she was not a brave, and the question is why not. Right. Number 2, why do you think the people forgot about Mary Sickle after she died? Right. And there's a lot of reason actually. So why a lot of people, actually not only her, but a lot of people were forgotten. So after they died, after their deaths. So demak faqatgina bu emas, demak bilamiz, juda ko'p mashhur insonlar tarixdagi demak vafotlaridan keyin demak unutilinadi. Va bu narsaning asosiy sababi nima? Va meni savolim sizlarga esa aynan demak bugun Mary Sickle bo'yicha. Nima uchun endi uni demak o'limidan keyin uni unutib yuborishgan. So why do you think so? Va nimaga bunaqa deb o'ylaysiz? Okay, number 3. Do you agree that Mary Sickle was a real heroine? So why not? Siz demak mana shu Mary Sickle'ni demak haqiqiy qahramon deb o'ylaysizmi? Ha bo'lsa why, nima uchun? Yo'q bo'lsa why not, nima uchun? Okay, nima uchun yo'q. Right. So please share these ideas and your own opinion with your partner. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you to stop the video for a second and make a conversation. Xo'p, buni demak muhokama qilishdan oldin albatta videoni bir necha minutga to'xtatishni unutmang va fikringizni o'rtoqlaringiz bilan ulashing. Xo'p, endi 3-oxirgi mashqimizga o'tamiz. Xo'p, oxirgi mashqimiz demak juda ham ajoyib bo'lib, biz ikkita turga bo'lishimiz kerak. Ya'ni bu yerda bizda we have two categories, ikkita kategoriya bor, ya'ni hospital and the army. Xo'p, demak kasalxona va armiya. So we have a different vocabulary right here which is given in brackets. Okay, demak mana bu yerga demak bizda bir necha so'zlar berilgan va bularni ajratib chiqishimiz kerak bo'ladi. So we have disease, soldier, sick, germ, war, ill, fight, battle, patient, and camp. So let's talk about the first about a hospital. The first one, hospital, is of course disease. Second one, sick. Third one, germ. Fourth one, ill. And number fifth one is patient. And let's go to the army. The army, the first one is soldier. And second, war. And the third one is fight. And the fourth one is battle. And the last one is camp. Xo'p, mana qadrli studentlar, demak bugungi readingimizni sizlar bilan tugatdik va orada juda ham ajoyib demak yangi so'zlar bo'ldi degan umiddaman. Va bu Mersikolni demak hayot haqida va ijodi haqida sizlar ham demak boshqa o'rtoqlaringiz bilan ulashingizni xohlagan bo'lardim va bu juda ham qimmatli demak ma'lumot bo'lgan degan umiddaman. Xo'p, ingliz tilini o'rganishni to'xtatmang va sizlar bilan keyingi sonlarda ko'rishguncha xayr deb qolaman. See ya.